Premier League Luton Town vs Arsenal prediction, team news, lineups preview. For the first time in 32 years, Luton Town and Arsenal will do battle in a top-flight fixture when they square off at Kenilworth Road in Tuesday's Premier League affair. The Hatters fell to a 3-1 defeat to Brentford over the weekend, while Mikel Arteta's men extended their lead at the top of the table by seeing off Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1. Match preview. For 45 minutes of Luton's showdown with Brentford at the GTEC Community Stadium, Rob Edwards' resilient rearguard came up trumps against Thomas Frank's frustrated forward line. But an unfortunate injury to captain Tom Lockyer would prove to be the Hatters' downfall. Luton's rejigged defense was breached by Neil Maupay and Ben Mee before Jacob Brown managed to pull one back for the visitors, his second goal in as many game weeks off the bench, but Shandon Baptiste quickly restored the Bees' two-goal cushion in West London. Edwards was under no illusions that Luton were second best throughout the afternoon and lamented a few early Christmas gifts that his side gave away in the freezing cold, although the Hatters remain just above the dotted line in 17th place for the time being owing to their maiden Premier League home win over Crystal Palace 2 weekends ago. However, wins for Everton and Burnley over the weekend means that Luton only have a 2-point buffer over their demotion rivals, and the hosts remain without a single clean sheet this season, while also failing to score in the first half of 13 of their 14 top-flight fixtures this term. The Hatters have not been torn to shreds at their Kenilworth Road base so far this season, though Tottenham Hotspur only won by the 1 goal while Liverpool were held to a score draw, but all of Manchester City, Newcastle United and Chelsea will also visit the hosts' humble ground before 2024 rolls around, providing Luton with the first of 4 successive daunting home clashes. An Arsenal side who have often struggled to lay down an early marker in games this season got off to a flyer against Wolves on Saturday, as Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard propelled the Gunners into a 2-0 lead with just 13 minutes played. A glut of gilt-edged chances to add to their advantage passed Arsenal by, though, and Matheus Cunha gave Wolves the slice of late hope with a fine finish in front of the away end, before Edin Nketiah inexplicably struck the post while one-on-one with stand-in goalkeeper Daniel Bentley. The final few moments were far nervier than they should have been for the Emirates home contingent, but Arsenal did enough to surge 4 points clear at the top of the rankings. Although with all of Manchester City, Liverpool and Aston Villa in action on Sunday, that lead will almost certainly be cut down in the coming hours. Nevertheless, Arteta's title-chasing troops are now riding the crest of a wave on the back of 5 consecutive victories in all tournaments, and their defensive record away from home in the Premier League is unrivaled, shipping just 3 goals in 6 road games throughout the campaign. However, Luton have remarkably strung together an 11-game unbeaten streak against Arsenal at Kenilworth Road and also defeated the Gunners in the 1988 EFL Cup final to win their first major honour. But their last competitive showdown came all the way back in 1991, when none of the Gunners' starters against Wolves had even been born. Team news. After going down with a knock to the back in the first few seconds against Brentford, Luton captain Tom Lockyer had to be withdrawn during the break on Saturday, having stayed down in the penalty area after the halftime whistle sounded. Teden Mengi was another casualty of that defeat with a knee issue, while Alfie Doughty missed out entirely due to a hip injury, but Edwards has confirmed that the former is in contention, while Doughty is also pushing to make the cut. Albert Sambi Lokonga will not be able to face his parent club this week, but he is in the final stages of his recovery from a thigh injury anyway, while Marvelous Nakamba knee, Mads Andersen thigh, Reece Burke thigh, Collie Woodrow calf and Dan Potts ankle are keeping the Arsenal loanee company in the medical bay. Likewise, Arsenal were also hit with a defensive injury blow during the visit of Wolves, as the revitalized Takahiro Tomiyasu was withdrawn in the dying embers, although Arteta is unsure whether the Japan international is dealing with a fresh issue or just fatigue. Either way, Ben White will almost certainly be considered for a recall to the backline, while Jurrien Timber knee, Emile Smith-Rowe knee, Fabio Vieira groin and Thomas Partey thigh are no closer to making their comebacks. With Tuesday's game representing Arsenal's 3rd match in the space of a week, Kai Havertz and Jorginho should also come into Arteta's thinking, but Nketiah's glaring miss against Wolves may harm the Englishman's efforts to displace Gabriel Jesus up top. Luton Town possible starting lineup: Kaminsky, Osho, Menji, Bell, Kabor, Mpanzu, Barkley, Giles, Townsend, Brown, Ogbene. Arsenal possible starting lineup: Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, Trossard. We say, Luton Town 0-2 Arsenal. All three of Luton's home defeats this season have been by just the one goal. But with no fewer than 3 fresh defensive injury concerns rearing their ugly heads, the Hatters could prove easy pickings for the league leaders on Tuesday. Fatigue in Arteta's camp will do the Gunners no favors either. But the Arsenal boss has plentiful options for change in all areas of the field and should oversee a 6th successive victory at Kenilworth Road, with another away clean sheet to add to the collection. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.